All right, you guys, it's Luke back here again with another video, and today we're doing something special and starting a little series called Project Home. Today we're going to be going over the starting foundation steps in building our home and what that looks like, and a little glimpse of our property. So as you can probably tell behind me, this is going to be our view of the Texas Hill Country every single day. Turning around, this is the house behind me where we're at so far. We'll walk back towards there in a second. What they got done today was finishing up the foundation, putting all those bags in there, and then they had the plumbers come out and rough in the plumbing, so they've got everything ready for the showers, the sewage, all that good stuff. So what we're gonna go over is what they did today, where we're at right now, and the size of the property, and what a quarter acre looks like. Moving forward into the property, we'll start up here. We're gonna go and find the property line. This is the property line right here. This pink tag runs along the road all the way down to exactly at that power line. Is pretty much, we're sharing that property line with our neighbor, their house is being built by the same builder as we have. So if you can tell back there, that little flag from down there to up here is where our front property line is. I think it's about 90 or so feet, and the depth is about 150 to 190 feet deep. I can't remember the exact dimensions, but it's 0.27 acres, a little over a quarter acre. Coming down past this mesquite in the front that we kept, we've already taken out pretty much all the trees that we're going to take out. There was a giant oak in the center of where that house foundation is that we had to take out because that's pretty much the best spot that we could place the home on, unfortunately. We're keeping this giant mesquite. We're taking this little guy out, and we're gonna make the driveway come right up alongside our neighbor's property line. She's building a privacy fence, so that works out perfectly. And we're just gonna have that go all the way back next to the house where we can park, so we can have tons of guests over. It'll work out. Our front neighbors have goats. They just got goats grazing, so we'll get to see that every day. Hopefully they sell milk or something, and we can get some goat milk from them. So let's go ahead and head over to the foundation and take a look at what they did today. So unfortunately, the property is still pretty raw, and it has a lot of dirt everywhere, and it's different kinds of dirt and whatnot. It's a lot of stuff I'm not gonna get into. But at the end of the day, they're gonna level it all out, and it's gonna look really nice. So if we start at the top of the slope, because our home is on a hill, and it's a fairly steep hill, I'd say, we're gonna have a lot of slant to our home. You can probably already tell, it goes from probably 3 feet, 2.5 feet, all the way down at the end. It's gonna be 7 feet off the ground. It's taller than me. So let's go ahead and take a look at what they did today. Coming into the home, they put all these bags in here. They dug a little deeper around the edges, and then they roughed in all this plumbing. And then hopefully starting Monday in 3 days or so, they're gonna come in and they're gonna pour all the concrete once they've got all this figured out. Coming over here into the quarter bath and guest bath, coming over here into the guest bedroom, which will be our multi-purpose bedroom and stuff like that, is about 7 feet, maybe more off the ground. Looking back, you can see I'm pretty high off the ground. Looking over there, we have a beautiful area over here next to the house that we're gonna leave. This giant tree that turns during the fall, and there's these rocks over there with a little clearing that we could have for a campfire, stuff like that. But if I turn around and you see what I'm seeing this way, facing the Texas Hill Country, you'll see just how high up off the ground I am. This is our mesquite in the front yard, and if I were to build a deck all the way over to our neighbor's house, it'd probably reach their roof. Just because of how much of a slant this is. Now, luckily, we were able to get the engineers out here and say, this is where the water runoff is gonna be, because eventually, when it rains, there's gonna be water coming downhill. That's natural. But luckily, on the property, there's 2 main areas. Those areas are small little creek coming up from over here down along the backside, which we're going to dig a little trench for just to help along. And then coming across over here down the front, we're going to put a culvert down there under the driveway and a culvert over here up under the septic field to just help with water diversion and stuff like that. A lot of y'all might not know, how big is a quarter acre? How much is this? How much is that? So to give you size reference, a full football field is about 1.22 acres. That's pretty big. We're on 0.27 acres, which is just over a quarter of that. Now that translates to, I believe it's 90 feet at the front, 90 feet at the back, and then it goes like 150 feet from the front to the back on both sides. It's a rectangle for the shape of our property. If you look at the front of the property, in this little area is where the pink tag is for the property line, which goes all the way over to the power line. Then from the power line, it's going to come all the way back into this brush and trees, probably about 20 to 30 feet. We can't see the tag from here. Right past that big mesquite tree right there on the right is our property line. And then it goes all the way over, back by this white line of material that's laying out here in the brush, and goes all the way over. So you might be thinking, well, how are you going to get in and out of your house if the foundation's that high? Well, they're going to build us a little staircase that's going to go up. It's not going to be too high on the front. It's about 4 feet because the front door starts right there, and then right there, and then this is the master bedroom. This whole front part basically, and all the way back is the main living, dining, and kitchen area. And then over here is the guest bedroom. Behind that's the guest bath, and then behind that's a small little laundry room with everything in it. It's pretty much like a oversized apartment, if you will, but it's just what we need. I mean, right now we're living in a 300 square foot RV with 2 slide outs, 2 dogs, and a cat. So anything bigger than that is going to be way better to handle. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all have any comments, questions, concerns, y'all leave those down below and I'll try and get back to them as soon as possible. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell notification if you want to get more information and get notified when all these videos come out. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.